Ever imagined Horizon's epic world reimagined in vibrant LEGO form? LEGO Horizon Adventures brings the thrill of Aloy's journey to a new level, blending humor, simplified combat, and beloved characters in a fresh, family-friendly adventure. But does this playful twist do justice to the original? Join us as we dive into an all-new, whimsical take on the post-apocalyptic saga, complete with familiar foes, elemental battles, and colorful landscapes. Here's everything you need to know before you join Aloy on her quest once again. On paper, LEGO Horizon Adventures makes sense. But how does the game actually fare? Thankfully, it's quite enjoyable. Co-developed by Guerrilla and Studio Gobo, LEGO Horizon Adventures is a simplified, vibrant, and whimsical take on the original Horizon experience, which propelled Guerrilla Games to new heights. The game effectively distills Zero Dawn into its essential elements to appeal to a broader audience, while also remaining an enjoyable LEGO game. However, this lighter tone inevitably means some aspects that made the original memorable are missing. Aloy is still on her journey of self-discovery, wondering about her origins and her mother's identity, questions only the wise old matriarch, Tirsa, could answer. But you're not here for a deep dive into lore. This is a game, not an audiobook. Let's join Aloy as she embarks on this epic adventure. Throughout the game, numerous changes are made to accommodate its LEGO format, though this will come as no shock to seasoned LEGO game fans. Although not developed by TT Games, it shares much of their DNA, especially in the way it adapts its source material. The narrative follows familiar beats that fans of Zero Dawn will recognize, but it progresses at a brisker pace. Given the intended audience, it's not as story-centric as the original, which is understandable. The tone is also notably cheerier, with the events of Zero Dawn viewed through a more humorous, lighthearted lens. The humor is generally effective, if not uproarious, and a mix of lovable characters, charming animations, and consistently solid writing keeps it engaging for most of the runtime. Aloy's chatty nature feels much more fitting in this LEGO world, which helps lighten the experience overall. As a fan of the Horizon games, what's particularly fascinating about LEGO Horizon Adventures is how it adapts the universe while capturing the spirit of Horizon remarkably well. The environments are lush and overgrown, and the machines are faithful to the source material in both their design and functionality in gameplay. Additionally, much of the original voice cast returns, although the character of Silence is missing, given the recent passing of actor Lance Reddick. Gameplay-wise, expect a significantly different experience from Horizon Zero Dawn. LEGO Horizon Adventures is a linear, level-based game rather than an open-world RPG. It's more of a combat-driven action-adventure, familiar to fans of previous LEGO games. Some core mechanics are retained, like using Aloy's focus to highlight enemy weak points, along with simplified progression, light stealth, elemental combat, and various machines with unique traits and vulnerabilities. Yet, all of this is streamlined and made more accessible. Playing with a fixed isometric camera brings some big changes to aiming and shooting mechanics. You won't need to worry about ammo limits for your default attacks, but instead, combat now revolves around maintaining distance, dodging incoming attacks, and finding opportunities to strike. This approach creates a satisfying, controlled chaos in combat, with different enemy types, or several of the same type, swarming you in compact battle areas, making each fight enjoyable. I played on the Adventurer difficulty, which is one step above the game's default setting. This level provided a balanced experience, simple enough to grasp yet challenging enough to push me to use all available tools. You have a fair range of tools at your disposal, from basic attacks to environmental interactions. Using the landscape to your advantage, such as blowing up barrels or tricking broadheads to ram into walls, adds a strategic layer to combat. Elemental mechanics also come into play. Setting enemies ablaze, electrocuting, or freezing them can be achieved through both environment-based interactions and special weapons scattered throughout. Additionally, the game provides special gadgets that offer various effects, like freezing nearby enemies temporarily or executing a double jump while setting the ground ablaze. LEGO Horizon Adventures also features multiple playable characters with distinct playstyles. Aloy, as expected, is an archer. Varl can throw spears through multiple foes, and Tia tosses bombs, adding variety to combat. With its elemental mechanics, diverse weapons and gadgets, multiple characters, and an array of mechanical enemies, the game presents a simplified but engaging combat system. However, the structure does introduce some repetitiveness. As a mission-based game, there's limited differentiation in level design, and many missions blend together, with objectives that can feel routine. Although the chapters offer biome diversity, the mission design itself can feel monotonous, with a heavy focus on combat and minimal exploration. There are some branching paths and hidden areas, but overall, missions stay combat-focused. Fortunately, the hub-based design allows you to return to the village of Mother's Heart between missions, providing a break from battle. The village grows and changes as you progress, and you get some creative freedom, from building structures to adding decorations and customizations that personalize the space. The customization options are varied and add personality to the experience, with an impressive range of costumes available as well. Visually, LEGO Horizon Adventures isn't a graphical showcase like the mainline Horizon games, but it's colorful and sharp, especially given its cross-platform release that includes the Nintendo Switch. I played on PS5, and performance was stable overall, though I did encounter a couple of bugs that forced me to restart missions, a minor annoyance that should hopefully be resolved in future patches. In distilling Horizon's world down to its essentials, Studio Gobo and Guerrilla have struck a balance, simplified enough to potentially attract newcomers while still preserving enough of Horizon's identity to satisfy longtime fans. As both a new LEGO title and a fresh take on Horizon, LEGO Horizon Adventures is successful, especially as a LEGO game, and ideally marks the start of an ongoing collaboration. And that wraps things up for this video. If you're enjoying our content, please consider subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one.